As you're no doubt aware, Nintendo has revealed a new Mario Kart game is coming to the Switch 2, and I've no doubt we'll see more details about this game confirmed in their upcoming Switch 2 Direct on April 2nd. A good number of playable characters can be seen in the little footage they've shown so far, but what I'm interested in covering today are the characters we haven't seen. Probably not. Nintendo's just come off unprecedented success with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and to a smaller extent Mario Kart Tour, which both boasted huge rosters of playable characters. I've expressed a fear in the past that the next Mario Kart game would adopt a similar approach to the Switch's library of Mario sports titles, and have a very meager lineup of playable characters at launch, which would then expand via free updates over time. But after seeing this trailer, and taking into consideration the fact Nintendo EPD have likely been intermittently working on this game for close to 9 years, that fear has completely left me. Though a related fear that working on this game and updates for it will have delayed or diminished our chances of seeing another ARMS game still haunts me, but I digress. I'm predicting the base roster for this new Mario Kart before DLC will include 50 playable characters. Why 50? Because this game looks as though it will support 24 players during races. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe ended its most recent run of DLC with 48 characters. 24 times 2 is 48, and 50 is just a nicer but not drastically larger number to start us off with before a massive surge of updates balloon it up to unprecedented proportions. Of those 50, we of course have to include the 24 characters we saw in the official teaser. Mario, Luigi, Bowser, Toad, Peach, Daisy, Yoshi, Wario, Waluigi, Rosalina, Donkey Kong, Pauline, Koopa Troopa, Baby Mario, Baby Luigi, Baby Peach, Baby Daisy, Baby Rosalina, a lot of babies, Bowser Jr., Toadette, Lucky 2, Birdo, King Boo, and Shy Guy. Now, let's move on to other characters I believe will return for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for the base roster here. Larry, Lemmy, Iggy, Roy, Morton, Wendy, Ludwig, yes, they're all coming back. Metal Mario, Petey Piranha, Wiggler, Drybones, Kamek, Diddy Kong, Link, Isabelle, and Inkling. If there are some other characters from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe I didn't name here you think are shoo-ins for this game, odds are I agree with you, but for the purposes of this video, I'm operating under the assumption they'll be added to the game through an update down the line or as paid DLC. Either way, our current roster is up to 40 racers now, meaning we've only got 10 more to name off, so I shall do so. Now, Nabbit, a pretty unique member of the modern Mario cast who's appeared in the latest 2D Adventures and Mario Kart Tour, and is apparently confirmed to be a sponsor in this new Mario Kart already, so I think he's a safe bet for the base roster. Spike, a funny little guy who's just sort of become a regular rotating member of Mario spin-offs as of late. Plus, he's a very expressive character who we've seen illustrated by Yu Yamamoto before, who I suspect has a major character design credit in this game. I mean, just look at Donkey Kong here. You think this is the Mario movie Donkey Kong? Nah, brother, this is Yamamoto's Donkey Kong for sure. So I'm factoring in the staff wanted to animate this guy theory on Spike's inclusion here. And believe you me, this won't be the last time I apply this theory here today. Ninji! This little guy's starting to join Spike in the random NES-era enemy who's showing up in multiplayer spin-offs more often club. It's a very exclusive club, nobody can pronounce the acronym. Having recently shown up in Mario Party Jamboree and Mario Golf Super Rush. I can easily imagine this little dude lending some swift, sincere, but still stout and silly attitude to a new generation of Mario Kart races. Gooigi. In terms of modeling, Gooigi would be one of those picks who would be less work to include because he's just Luigi with a different uniform texture like Metal Mario. But I'm theorizing he'd also have a little bit of that Yamamoto bias, as Yamamoto did the illustration work for Luigi's Mansion 3. Plus, it'd be neat to see a gelatinous racer who would wiggle and jiggle in ways never before rendered so painstakingly in a Mario Kart game prior. Cranky Kong. Coinciding with Donkey Kong's, and I'm guessing Diddy Kong's, first time being faithfully translated to 3D in Yamamoto style, I'm guessing Cranky Kong will be present here too. Yamamoto did indeed do concept art for the Mario movie, and his interpretation of Shigehisa Nakoe's interpretation of Yoichi Katabe's illustrative style for the Mario cast proved the foundation for how these characters were made to look in the Mario movie, albeit less faithfully than I'm sure any of us would have preferred. And that movie, sanctioned by Nintendo's head honchos, chose to present the Kong family, with Cranky as their patriarch, as Mario Kart mechanics. So yeah, Of course I think including Cranky in the newest Mario Kart is likely. King Bob-omb. Here's another character who featured in the Mario movie, and has been seen recently stepping into the world of Mario spin-offs through Mario Golf Super Rush. His Majesty should make a fine addition to Mario Kart's many royal racers, along with King Wart. Now this might seem like a completely out of left field pick, and it kinda is. But I didn't choose him all willy-nilly, no sir. Wart may not have ever appeared in a Mario spin-off ever before, just Super Mario Bros. 2 USA and Zelda Link's Awakening for some reason, but he did make a shocking random appearance alongside the main Mario crew in the most random of places recently. Nintendo's 2020 company brochure, illustrated by... guess who? Why, of all the characters Daisy could be depicted having a phone conversation with here, would Yamamoto, or somebody giving him orders, choose Wart? Just for fun? Maybe. But it does tell us that somebody, if not some people, in the Mario Kart developers office have a fondness for this character. So why not include him as a surprise addition to the next Mario Kart Space roster? Alright, just 3 more picks, and I'm choosing to venture outside the Mario universe for these ones. Samus Aran. Metroid is one of Nintendo's most nearest, dearest, oldest, and boldest properties, and it's been enjoying a resurgence in recent years. This hardened, harrowing, horror-enduring heroine may seem like an ill-fitting choice for a bright and peppy multiplayer Mario game, but that's exactly why she would be so cool to see join this cast. It wouldn't be the first time Nintendo's depicted her being goofy alongside their family-friendly mascots. And in case you were wondering, Yamamoto did indeed provide the victory illustrations for Metroid Dread. Obviously not in the same style as his Mario illustrations, but you know, there's some connection, I don't know. Captain Olimar. When looking at the franchises Nintendo uses to present and market itself, the usual suspects are Mario, Zelda, Animal Crossing, Splatoon, and Pikmin. Pikmin is the only one of these flagship IPs that has yet to be represented in a Mario Kart game, and I think that's about to change. The only reason I chose Olimar to be the guest here and not a Pikmin or the Pikmin themselves is because I'm banking on a future DLC pass including every single Pikmin as a separate racer down the line, baby. Just you wait, it's gonna happen. Koopaling's got nothing on my boys! And finally, I'm predicting the 50th roster spot will go to, drumroll please. Oh shoot, that's not a drum roll. Ooh, it's kind of funky though. Oh wait, that sounds familiar. A character from ARMS. As you may have heard me say time and time again, Nintendo Development Group EPD9, aka the Mario Kart devs, were responsible for 2017's ARMS. And who was the guy from the Mario Kart team who made the concept, promotional, and unlockable illustrations for this brand new labor of love? Wouldn't you know it? He even got to do the drawings that coincided with Min Min's inclusion in Smash Ultimate. Oh, look at Yamamoto Falcon! Oh man, I'm so down to see more F-Zero art from my boy Yu here. Delicious. So out of all the characters this game has brought us, which do I think will get the honor of claiming a spot on the base Mario Kart roster? In all honesty, I don't know. And before you take to the comments to tell me how, they should all share the same character slot. Look at these characters, man! Nintendo separates Mario from Tanuki Mario because one does a saucy little tail pose when he hits tricks off ramps. Do you seriously believe any one of these characters could be swapped out for another? Let alone all of them? Hello? Anybody in there? Think, McFly! I actually knocked on my own head to make that sound, ow. Anyway, my gut tells me Biff, the spokesman, God, stands the likeliest chance of being our ARMS rep, but only if this game doesn't include a new feature whereby different characters other than Lakitu can do the countdowns and commentating, because Biff would be perfect for that role on an ARMS-themed course. If Lakitu wouldn't share commentator duties with other characters, then I think Biff is the likeliest choice because it gives the rest of the ARMS cast a chance to be featured fighting on an ARMS course to enhance the atmosphere. If not Biff though, it could really be any of the main cast who ends up being our ARMS rep racer. I'm sure some would say it should be Springman or it should be Min Min, but as ARMS producer Kosuke Yabuki told Masahiro Sakurai when tasked with picking an ARMS fighter for Smash Bros. Ultimate, every ARMS character is the main character. And I would absolutely love it if seeing ARMS characters in crossover games became a common occurrence, but almost always different fighters depending on individual developer preferences. Wouldn't that be exciting? And there we have it. My prediction for what this new Switch 2 Mario Kart game's base roster will look like. As I've said on this channel before, Mario Kart isn't necessarily my thing, and as a big ARMS and F-Zero fan, I find I tend to dread Mario Kart content more than I anticipate it. But in this case, I am actually very hyped to see what this game brings. Not just in terms of characters, but how it will mechanically set itself apart from previous titles. From what little we've seen so far, big changes appear to be on the horizon. I only hope that among them, some love for the fledgling ARMS IP I love so much is included. Oh, and please don't put any more nails in F-Zero's coffin. She just busted out of it!